we got a lot of stuff going today.
Yeah.
We've got a taste test. I haven't even seen what it is yet.
Yeah.
Aimee brought it. Well, was it Jimmy?
No, I brought it.
She brought it. It was her choice.
Is it a liquid?
No.
No.
Oh, man, I'm pumped. I don't know
Oh
what
wow!
it
I
is.
thought. Oh, I see a container over there.
Do
right
I
now.
get to know what it is?
Yeah,
Is this like
yeah, no,
what do you-
everybody gets-
like we're rating it?
Sure. Do we want to just jump
Let's
right
just
in?
jump right in.
Yeah, let's go for it. We're starting off today with a taste test,
Okay.
and
so,
none of us have seen it yet.
Okay, so
So we're dealing with a styrofoam container, Nate. This is professional.
to explain, there is a restaurant here in town that's been here for a little while, and I have been trying to get Nate for a long time to eat
Aimee,
at this restaurant.
Aimee,
And so I went, and I've brought it to him.
you are. This is genius.
And so
this is genius, Aimee.
I think that this is really, really good. I know why Nate doesn't want to eat there. There's two reasons why in my head. A, he doesn't think it will fulfill him.
Right? Yeah. I need
And
fulfilled.
B, I think he
sexually.
thinks that it's not going to be enough protein or meet his
Right.
needs
Okay. So
calorically and
can I say
macro.
can I say the restaurant?
Yeah.
Okay. So the restaurant in question is Chicken Salad Chick.
Good
Yeah.
job.
Oh,
And-
man.
Aimee asks me almost every Saturday. She goes, "You
Yeah.
going to Chicken Salad Chick after the gym?" And I say, "Probably not." But the reason that is she's exactly right.
Yeah.
I'm like, if I'm going to go spend, $15-20 on a meal, I need at least 60 grams of protein. Okay. But I'm not saying it won't be good. I'm looking for more bang from a buck.
So
yeah. I mean, I think that's a valid point. Like, for this, I think the sandwich together was $6 or $7.
Oh, this was genius too, Aimee. Aimee cut the sandwich into you see
Into fourths.
this is why we're not going to get into your personal life, but this is why you'd be a great mom. Is because you already cut it into little triangles.
So
They taste better
what
this
everybody
way.
should know is that they have I don't know how many, but a ton, 10 plus, maybe 15 plus.
you've got 6 seconds. Before I
Different
eat this.
flavors. This is called the Dixie Chick. They have spicy flavors, all kinds of flavors.
It smells really good.
I picked the one that I get all the time.
Called
but
the Dixie Chick.
It's called the Dixie Chick.
What makes it that?
It's I don't know, but it's got
It's
onions
chicken?
in it, and it's chicken salad. And
So is chicken really quick? Zach's diving in. Taste test started. Are we going all at the same time here?
I think you can go.
Take your time. I'm not going to say a word.
I mean,
I love that Zach just like you've got 15 seconds and he actually counted to 15 seconds. I'm tasting it. Okay, this is first time I've ever had it.
okay. Any impressions? so
Can I
far?
say?
Oh yeah,
I love it.
you do.
Yeah, but let me say this because I've been giving this a lot of thought recently. Everything is so doggone expensive now.
Yeah.
Everywhere. That I may never I'm not a big Applebee's guy. Sometimes we'll go to Chili's every once in a while because I got a kid. I don't think I'll ever go ever again because it's like last time we went it was like $55 or some just nonsense. It's like if you're going to pay that amount of money, you're going to need to give me a steak. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This needs to be a little better. So I'm concerned for that.
Mm-hmm.
Is it expensive?
Yeah,
think you
it's,
said, but I
it's
wasn't
not
listening.
like crazy expensive. It's just, I mean, if me and
So-
Jimmy went and we didn't get a drink because we always choose to just drink water, we don't get a drink. It's at least $20, and you
Yeah.
get a. I always get mine on a croissant. You get a pickle. You get a cookie. By the way, whoever wins the trivia today gets the cookie, and then you can get like a
It's a
side.
sugar cookie with frosting.
So they have different sides, but I
yeah.
mean,
So you guys go 20. It's $20 for both of you.
yeah, total.
Oh well, that's not.
Well, so this sandwich was just under $7, and it comes with the sandwich, the pickle, and the cookie.
And then if you
Okay.
get a side, it's like an
Okay.
extra $1.
It's I think it's like an extra $2 or something like
Yeah.
that for a side.
All right, positive things first. Tastes really good. That's good. That's good chicken salad.
So I'm getting some some onion,
That's the first thing I smelled was onion.
and it's not overpowering for me.
Yeah, really good.
I
really
think
good.
the Dixie
I'm an
Chick
onion
is
fan.
meant to be like very of the onion side because usually when we go, I'll get the
Very of the onion side.
of the
says
really,
Jimmy.
really of the onion proportion.
yes.
So
yes.
they go heavy onion on everything.
No, just that one.
So just to put it in perspective, like they have a lot of different names. So like they have the classic Carol. which and each one has different stuff in it. But like Jimmy always gets the kickin' Kalen,
It's so good.
and it has a little bit of spice to it. They have a buffalo one that has like obviously.
Do
more
they
spice
have
to
any
it.
with like manly names? Would do they have one where it's like the Buffalo
They
Bill?
have a sassy Scotty.
That is Sassy Scotty.
I'm telling you, no, they don't have
He's
it.
gonna Scotty. That
This
Sassy
is-
Scotty's gonna smoke you in a ribbon dance.
This is very similar to the Mom Waters. It's named after some
I'll
classic
find
women.
my next
I like it.
food or drink option will definitely be more manly.
So
I will-
okay. So my one critique is, and this goes along with what I was just saying with the more protein. The croissant also is good, but the croissant to chicken salad ratio,
yeah.
not my favorite. So if I got double chicken salad, if there's going to be can you do double?
Yeah.
Or
You could do that.
Or a smaller bread.
Yeah, yeah.
Like,
Well,
this
so-
isn't classy, but if they threw that on some Wonder Bread, that'd be nuts.
So you
You
can
can.
pick different
Well,
bread.
really?
not- you can't get Wonder Bread, but you can
Oh,
get.
wow.
You can just
I'm
also
out.
get a scoop of the chicken salad and then like a side of the
That'd
the
be
long
alright.
crackers. What are
That'd
they
be-
called?
Yeah,
Long crackers. I
Yeah.
think they're called.
graham crackers.
No.
No.
They are.
That was
Graham
good.
crackers are long. They
Yeah.
come in sheets.
The other ones that are smaller than that.
And they're salty.
that you get with,
Ritz
like, a
crackers.
salad.
Ritz crackers.
No, they're square, rectangle.
He's just doing this on
My mom.
purpose.
Jimmy,
I
why are you
remember,
doing this to me?
I remember a couple years back, my mom started buying the shorter graham crackers.
Yeah.
They're not as good. There's something about the ridiculous proportions of them that make them good.
They're a shorter graham.
Yeah, they're
crackers.
like if you took the regular graham cracker and broke it in half, they package them like that sometimes, like a square package
Yeah.
instead of a rectangular package.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, I got you. Yeah, I would go there. I'd go to Chicken Salad Chick.
So
Are they-
here's what I want. I want you to take your wife because I think
Yeah.
your wife would really like it.
You're right. She would be.
You should just
over
go
the moon
and
about that.
get that for her.
Really?
Bring it home.
She likes stuff like that. It has to be. Let me ask you this: do they have soup?
They have
I think so.
yeah.
Oh, she's in.
Their mac and
She's in.
cheese
It's
is-
fall time, and every meal that she wants is like a hot sandwich and soup. Every meal now that it's fall.
Panera.
Yeah.
Did
Yeah.
you guys see that Panera
'cause
has a
she's-
lawsuit right now for their charged lemonade?
Ooh, let's talk about that on current events.
Okay.
Later.
Okay,
Remember
we'll
that.
We'll
Remember
pocket
that. We'll
that.
come back. Yeah,
Your
that's
wife-
great, Jimmy.
Do you know
Good-
why your
good call.
wife wants soup?
Yeah. Why?
Because she's a pioneer woman, like in her bones.
Yeah.
And she's hunkering down for winter.
That's her life. I mean, we live out in the wilderness.
Yeah.
And she married a
Amish man.
half Guatemalan mountain man.
I thought you said you were Amish.
I've never said
I
that.
thought this
ever.
whole
I've never
time.
said. Have you guys ever thought I was Amish? One
This
time.
whole time.
I thought you lived by Amish.
I do kind of live by Amish.
Yeah.
I mean, but not any
No,
closer than Zach does.
I thought you were in the community.
That's not true. You live way closer to Amish than I do.
I don't. It's probably like 15, 20 minutes to Amish. Anyway.
All right.
All right. Back to the
I say
sandwich.
something?
Yeah, go ahead.
I thought I was having a stroke for a second, but I forgot you gave me pre-workout, and that's why I was itchy. I didn't notice it was
Oh,
itchy.
you got the itches
My
going.
whole body was tingling, and I just kind of noticed it all at once.
We should do that in the future too. Try different pre-workouts. We'll have Aimee try
Yeah.
this one, and she'll probably
You know what?
die.
You know what I've always wanted? I think I've told you guys this before. This
Total
would be
war.
Yeah. No.
Yeah, Amy, look.
I mean, if
We'll
you
see.
want to, if
We'll
you
see
want
what
that
hap-
to be your thing, I'll try it. I will
Okay.
try it.
No, I would go there. It's
Not
way
dry
better
scooping it, though.
taste-wise than I thought it would be. Are they a chain? Is Chicken Salad Chick a
Yep.
chain?
Yep.
Dang it. I was kind of hoping it'd be local.
And
I-
they're not open on Sundays.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like Chick-fil-A.
Okay.
It's
I'm not mad at that.
It's not like Chick-fil-A.
I'm not mad at that at all. How many times do you guys eat at Chicken Salad Chick? Like
Not
if-
very
in
often.
a month. In a month.
Not
period?
often because you know how we are as far as saving money. So we.
Right.
Can I ask you a question?
Goals. You got goals. You're
This
saving
is
for
just my
goals.
perception of you. If you had, and I don't mean that bad, I'm just like
Right.
having known you for a while. If you had so much money you'd never run out, I feel like you'd have the like 5 restaurants you ate at.
Oh yeah, she definitely would. Yeah.
Do you get the same thing at every place?
Yeah.
I do that too.
I do that too.
I swear.
Absolutely.
Because I know what I like. What are we doing here?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's like, do you want to
100%.
try the such and such?
So
no.
I'm so routine that like when I go out with my coworkers, there's like 7 or 8 of us. We all kind of go around the table and like, what looks good to you? What looks good to you? And everybody already knows. Like they'll like be like, you're getting the pub dip, aren't you? And so like that's one of my go-tos. If you have a good pub dip, I'm all
So-
about it.
Wait,
if
what
I'm-
if this is gonna?
If I'm
Go ahead.
ranking that for a sandwich from like, and we're going to call that a fast food restaurant? Are we,
I don't know.
Is that
Yeah.
fast food,
I think
fast casual?
it's
I don't know.
Fast casual.
Do
is
they have a
probably fine.
drive-through?
Yeah.
They do.
I'm
Okay.
going to say the quality is probably like 8.3 for me. That's a high quality like ingredients. I'm gonna say like, will I go order it or whatever? It's probably closer to a 7. I would eat that again, no questions
Yeah, me
asked.
too.
That was good.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
It's just hard because there's nothing else like it. Like I can't compare that to Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-a smokes that in a head-to-head.
It's completely
It's just a different thing.
Yeah.
It is a different.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, they were right. They were smart to do that here, location wise, because there's nothing else like that. Chicken Salad Chick sponsor us.
I don't know what you put in that pre-workout, Nate,
Yeah.
but
You ever heard a little thing called ephedrine?
is it really?
No, come on, dude. That's illegal. That's an illegal substance, you degenerate.
Yeah, but I know you're on that Silk Road. I know you're ordering all kinds of.
Dude, I bought it from Walmart.
I know you're ordering all kinds of like.
What kind is it again?
It's by Redcon 1, and it's called Total War. I may have you guys try it.
Redcon 1 is in Walmart now?
Like, can we
Yeah.
try it for
They got
like the
some name brands
last
in there now.
20 minutes of the podcast? Because that way, when I go work out after this, I
No. Let's try it a different day. Let's
Oh,
try it a
okay,
different day.
okay.
Yeah, we'll do that.
You're
next.
like, don't waste my pre-workout.
No. We'll do that next segment. Yeah, because you're gonna try a sip of it and then be like, "That's it, I'm done."
I'll try whatever you want me to.
Our last week we tried mom water, and we got a lot of comments about that. I had people talking about that too.
Really?
Oh, really?
Yeah, just because they had heard of it, maybe they hadn't had that flavor or whatever. But I
So,
never got to say what I thought of the flavor, but I had people. There was people telling me they thought it was funny that I started like coughing and choking.
Yeah.
I was like, "Yeah, it's hilarious." I almost died on air.
So, can
Hey
I?
guys, I'm having a reaction from that. I'm really riding the lightning here. So if I look funny, I'm trying to make it through
Okay,
a
just
little
take it
crisis
easy.
here.
Just take it easy. It's
So
all right.
I want to let you know. I also I have a list of things that I'm going through on my phone and trying to find.
Right.
And so I Googled what are new snacks that have come out like this past year.
Nice.
And so what happened was I went down this rabbit hole because apparently Pringles paired up with 7-Eleven and released in May of 2023 until 2024 2 new Pringles that are supposed to be exclusively sold at 7-Elevens. So I was like, I want one of these, and that's what we're going to try. They're both hot flavors though, Nate. So
I think
you
one of them's
would
hot.
find those.
I don't think that
Well,
the
so
other one is.
habanero. One of them is a habanero.
Jimmy's not
Maris
not the
habaneros.
one to ask either. He's
So,
Well,
but,
it's like
but
a- it's
to
a-
time out
it's
though,
Adobe.
we ended up finding some of like one of the flavors here in town at Hy-Vee. So I was like on this hunt last night trying to find the other Pringles flavor. So if I find it, that's what's happening.
I'm in. I'll try
And
it.
it's apparently it's the brand of video editing. It's Adobe.
Oh, dude, who said
They
what?
branched out.
I said Adobe because it's like a play on
a-
words.
it's
So like
Adoba.
the habanero one
Oh,
is
Jimmy,
Maris habaneros.
You're never gonna be able to top the
no.
one I did yesterday.
oh.
You're never gonna be able to top the one I did yesterday. We were talking. I was
You did
introing
a couple.
I had a couple. One. Yeah, I was
Yeah.
in another dimension. I was
think
high
I'm-
on nicotine.
I think I got a foot in that dimension right now.
Yeah, you know what it's like. Well, so yesterday I was introing Big Man Problems, and I said, and we got Zach Weibert who's straight out of Compton, and then I go from the Midwest straight out of Compton, and
No, you said isn't Compton in the Midwest? Isn't it
Yeah,
technically
yeah.
the Midwest?
And then
It's like I believe it's in California,
yeah, and I was like, oh wow, I'm an idiot, and then I was like, I failed history.
which would have been hilarious if it was a joke.
Yeah, it wasn't a joke though. I literally
really?
had a stroke. Yeah, and then Zach was like, "You mean geography?" And I was like, "Oh gosh!" And I was gonna edit it out, but I didn't because the whole thing is pretty funny.
Yeah.
But it was good. And then the rest of the show, Zach made fun of me. So
That's yeah. It was I was in rare form.
yeah, he was really on one. All right, so let's button this up. What are you guys giving Chicken Salad Chick on a scale of 1 to 10? 10 being I could eat this every day, like amazing.
Well, I'm a pretty simple guy, so I could definitely eat that every day.
Let's not, but you don't count though, you know?
Okay, fair.
You don't because
I think you count.
Yeah, that's all right.
I mean, you count as a person. I'm just saying, if we were to slap that chicken
So
salad
you
on
start.
cardboard,
You
you'd
start.
eat it.
Well, I think Zach kind of started and he said like an 8.3.
Oh yeah, Zach already gave it a 10 out of 10 because
I
he's
mean,
just
I'm a thoughtful guy. I was thinking about Aimee prepared this for me. I wanted to give it a rating.
I like it.
fresh on the palate.
Jimmy rating.
I'd give it a 9. Like I'd eat it again.
Dang,
I'd
okay.
pay for it
Aimee?
again.
I mean, I brought it, so it's definitely
I'm
high
gonna
up
say.
there.
Oh, go ahead. I'm very sorry.
I mean, I could eat it every single day. Would I rate it
Yeah.
a 10? I don't know because like I wouldn't want to pay the
So
money.
you're at least
You
at
know
a
what?
9.
But I'm in the 9s for sure.
It might be a 9.5 for chicken salad. For what it is, it's as good a chicken salad as I've ever had.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah.
There might be some better ones. My mom puts like grapes in some chicken salad sometimes. That's hard
Yeah.
to beat.
I think that's the Carol.
Yeah, I think I'm with.
No,
It might be a fruity Fran or
Yeah,
something.
fruity Fran.
Oh, really?
I think I'm going to give it an 8, and
Good
only
call.
because the ratios, like I said. But if you can go double, it would go up from there for me.
Tell you
Taste
what,
was
though,
amazing.
If we're gonna go outside the box here, if mom water's a 4, that's a 9. I'd much rather have that than a mom water. If I'm being honest with you.
That's true.
Yeah.
I agree.
So in terms of
Agreed.
Amy's picks, that's the number.
We're
one
moving
pick
up in
so
the world
far.
every week.
There we go.
But I don't know. Are we counting the cupcakes we had last time? That was
I
kind
made
of.
But I
those
was-
cupcakes.
But those were freelance. I don't know if that was on the books. You know what I mean?
That's true. There could also be something in there that made us like them more. Like she put in some
No,
sort of
Creatine.
illegal
they were red
substance.
velvet
Creatine.
cake.
You know what she
With
put in there.
Anabolic cupcakes.
You know what she put in there.
What?
Buttercream icing.
Shh, 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 shh. Love. She put in love.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
The secret ingredient. Alrighty. Our next segment of the day, which I'm really hoping I can get redemption on, because anybody who
Yeah,
listened last week,
I think
got
there's potential.
smoked.
Well,
Amy, let us know.
So the game is just random trivia.
Mm-hmm.
Before we start, I want to know how much nicotine and caffeine Zach is deep.
Oh wow!
Just in
Yeah,
case,
Zach's over here.
Just in case he's.
Let me
about
just
to
put
Zach's over here
demolish
fighting
this.
battles.
Let me-
Zach's over here fighting an internal battle.
Let
right
me
now.
put it this way. I'm about 450 milligrams deep, and I'm not going to tell you of what. I'm just like a little bit of this, a little bit of that.
It's a-
Everything's legal. I'm not in any illegal drugs right now, but
If Zach had a nutrition label on his back, it would say proprietary blend. You'd be like,
say,
what's in it?
It would say parental advisory, like all those old CDs used to. I'm battling 3 hours of sleep last night, so this is for you guys.
Just a
I'm
hardworking
trying.
man.
I'm trying to.
Just a hardworking
We
man.
appreciate
I'm trying to be present.
everything you do.
Okay, so trivia is about to start. So
Trivia time. I'm nervous because I
Same-
did so bad last
Same
week.
rules as last time. First to shout out. And
Yeah,
everything?
first
Okay.
to shout out. This
Not a big deal.
trivia, I tried to do an even blend of like pop culture. There's some sports,
Okay.
a little bit of history.
Coloring. Is
What
there
about
coloring on
geography?
this?
It
Like staying in the lines.
I don't know that it necessarily has geography, but it has a little bit of everything. So,
Okay.
are you guys ready?
You know what Nate can do?
I guess I'm
That
ready.
We need to capitalize on this for Nate.
No, don't. No, I don't want any of this. I don't want any of this. I'm going to do this.
Just,
I'm going
Can you just? Nate is, and he won't tell you this, but I will. World class musician, and yeah, I said that. That's high praise.
That's a nice. But you're going to
Nate,
say you're
Nate
gonna,
can keep rhythm with a different rhythm for right foot, left foot,
I'm
right
waiting for
hand,
the
left
backhand.
hand.
I'm waiting for the backhand.
And I
Okay?
think that's amazing, and I can't do anything close to that. So I think we should capitalize on that one day, or have him play the drums as a segment one day.
Okay, all right. I just bring my whole.
Sorry, I'm so sorry, Amy. Go ahead.
Oh,
You're
I really
okay.
thought there was going to be like a back end to that.
Yeah, no one thinks I'm capable of being nice, so I like to throw it in there every once in a while.
I'm ready.
But I feel
I'm
like I
ready.
took
I'm
years off my life.
I'm
All
drinking
right,
my
let's go.
coffee.
I'm gonna shut up. Let's go.
Okay, here we go. First question. What animal is Indiana Jones afraid of in the movie?
Snakes.
Rats.
Oh.
Rats.
It was Jimmy. Snakes.
Oh, his dad was
I
was
knew
afraid
that.
of rats in the Last Crusade. Sean
You're
Connery.
so close.
My bad, guys.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
On
Fair.
the 2022 Forbes list of highest paid athletes, two of
Messy.
the top 5 are basketball players, LeBron James and Steph Curry.
Okay.
The other 3 athletes in the top 5 all play the same sport. What is the
Soccer.
sport?
Football.
Soccer.
Nice, dude.
Don't worry. We're
It's
only
probably
2
Ronaldo,
questions.
isn't it? Ronaldo's making.
Messi, Ronaldo, and who knows some other
Beckham.
fella. That's the crazy thing. Oh, more on that later. I need a pen and paper to write down all my thoughts.
Okay.
All right, let's keep going.
Dream journal.
Okay. What do you call the number on top of a fraction?
Numerator.
Yes.
Gosh.
What a nerd.
Yeah. What a.
Okay. Who provided the voice of Groot in
Vin Diesel.
in Guardians of the Galaxy? It was Vin Diesel.
I knew that one too. I just can't.
Maybe we should go. Maybe I'll
I
change the game.
suggested
I know we're gonna keep going suit like
no,
this.
let's keep
but-
rolling, okay? Let's keep rolling. If Zach's the reigning champ again, we'll get it back. All right.
Okay, here we go. What is the name of the 2020 ESPN sports documentary miniseries that focused on Michael Jordan's final season with the
Last
Chicago
Ride.
Bulls? Nope.
It's not? Wow. Oh, I didn't watch that, but everybody watched that.
You're close on words.
The Final Ride, Last Ride, The Final Frontier,
Final game.
the
Last game.
Big Ride.
I don't remember. I remember that happened, but I don't know the
what
name
is
of
that?
it.
Come on, guys.
What did I? It's not The Last Ride. It's the
The Last Dance.
Yes.
Save the Last Dance. Yeah, with
It's the Last Dance.
We'll Save the Last Dance
nice,
with
Jimmy.
Never mind. Job, Jimbo.
Thanks, bud.
Okay. What is the 27 Club? And name one person.
The
in
people that die at 27. Kurt Cobain.
it. Okay.
They're artists that die at 27.
Yes, famous artist musicians who died at 27.
Are they all musicians? Because I thought
No,
there
I
was,
said artists, musicians.
oh.
Like it's
There's a lot.
It's a collective.
Wasn't
of-
Amy
isn't
Winehouse?
Linkin Park in there? That guy,
Chester Bennington?
I think he's
Chester
older.
Bennington. Was he older?
he was older.
Yeah.
So like
He
Kurt,
was-
Kurt Cobain,
That's
Jimi Hendrix,
going to
Amy
be a segment
Winehouse.
in our conspiracy theory segments.
yeah, that was
But
crazy, yeah.
Go on.
So Zach just got that one.
What's the score tally right now?
Feels like I should
I
get
need
2
some
for that one.
motivation.
So
Feels like I should get 2 for that one.
I need
Those two
to
answers.
kick it into overdrive.
Zach has 4, Jimmy has 2, Nate has 0.
Okay, all right.
Okay. What was the first Disney animated movie
Cinderella.
that was not based on an already existing story?
Brave.
No.
Ooh,
Bambi.
Bambi. Oh.
No.
Bambi was a great guess. Peter Pan. No. 101 Dalmatians. Fox Down.
No. No.
Timer's up.
All right. Go ahead.
The Lion King.
Okay. Is 101 Dalmatians, was that a story? Because I feel like that predated Lion King. Am I wrong?
It did, but it might have been a story, like a written, like it was already like.
I was gonna say Beauty and the Beast, and then I was like, no, I'm pretty sure that's a story.
Is it?
Yeah, I think
don't
so.
know.
Yeah.
I don't read books.
It's an older,
Well,
older
they
book.
just take. There's a lot of things that
Anyway,
they
what's
take
the
and
next
put a
one?
twist. Yeah.
Okay, so in 1929, what ingredient was removed from Coca-Cola?
Cocaine.
Cocaine.
I think Jimmy
was
got
Jimmy.
it.
Yeah, that was Jimmy.
But I think he's reading the questions.
I can't
This
see
is
him.
under protest.
I have poor eyesight.
What animal has the strongest bite?
Jaguar.
Hippo.
Alligator,
Hip.
crocodile.
Hippo.
Hippo.
Hippopotamus.
Hippo.
Are we
He
saying
said it.
strongest or strongest pound for pound? I wanted some
It
clarification.
said strongest bite.
I think it's a jaguar, but that's okay. It's probably alligator in total.
No.
Like the.
So it's
pound.
not
I mean,
hippo
the
or-
internet
No, it's-
says
it's
it's
hippo.
hippopotamus.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
You got it. Okay.
hippo. I thought it was crocodile that whole time.
Nice,
Sorry.
Jimmy. I hadn't even thought of
No,
it.
They
that's-
also can't.
All right,
They're-
next one.
Okay.
I don't think any of you are going to get this, but we're going to. I mean, you obviously by guessing you will, but you don't know it off the top of your head. How old are the horses that run in the Kentucky Derby?
12.
No.
2.
3.
Yes.
Hey guys, didn't guess.
Okay.
I know my stallions.
This
I know
one's
my-
for you. You can do this.
Don't, Amy.
No,
don't
I-
don't do
Just
this.
for the
Okay.
listeners at home, look straight into Nate's eyes.
Don't do this to me. All right.
Just listen. Before Dave Grohl was the frontman for Foo Fighters, he was the drummer for which band?
Crap.
It was
Foo Fighters. Was Christopher Walken?
but before he was the front runner
That was good.
of Foo Fighters, he was the drummer.
For which band?
Is it? Is this?
I know this.
Is this a big
I
name
know
band?
you know this.
I know
Does
this.
everybody know this band?
Yes.
Okay.
Well,
Man.
Jimmy might not because Jimmy
5,
younger than us.
4.
I'm gonna hate myself.
say
You're
say
wa-
things. Just say things.
I'm gonna hate myself when this
3.
happens.
Come on. Come on. Give a guess. A guess.
1.
How about everybody say one guess just so we have something out there?
Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Blink 182.
What is the
5.
I can't remember. Like Nirvana's what
Yes,
popped
Yes.
in my mind.
Yes. Yes. You got a point.
Wow.
Hey, but hey,
Because you know what's weird is right when
Hey.
you said that, I thought Kurt Cobain, but I couldn't remember the name of the band for some reason. I thought Kurt Cobain, and then I was like,
Hey, Nate.
I know he's in 2
I
major
didn't know
bands.
that he
Yeah,
was
he
part
was
of
a
the
good-
Nirvana. Huh?
hey. Good job, buddy.
I did it.
Okay. What is the name of the scale we use to measure the magnitude of earthquakes?
Richter scale.
Yes.
That was my nickname in high school.
Richter scale.
Yeah.
I like that. That's good.
Which Olympic athlete has won the
Michael Phelps.
most Olympic medals? Yes, it is correct. Do you know how many he's won?
9.
Way more.
13.
In one, total.
Yeah.
Oh, wasn't it 9 in one
20.
Olympics?
It's like 28.
Is it really?
Oh my gosh.
Fun fact, can I say something on that?
Yeah.
My favorite Olympian, who's arguably the best heavyweight from America ever, is Bruce Baumgartner. I went to his wrestling camp one time. 4 Olympic medals. Keep in mind, you get 1 per Olympics in wrestling.
Yeah.
So that's like a 16, 20 year career. That's in wrestling. That's a bad man.
Yeah, that is.
Is he the guy that
You're
was
thinking
like
of Alexander Karelin or Rulon Gardner. That's who you're thinking
Ooh.
of.
who's
Yes,
the
yes.
farmer?
Rulon Gardner.
Okay.
I remember that. I remember watching that as a child.
Really?
Well, maybe I wasn't a kid, but
It
I was.
was like 2000, because you know why you remember him? It was, remember those...
He's from like up north.
This is like Minnesota, I think.
Yeah.
You remember those, or you remember those? You remember the
I would
Got
have said
Milk?
Iowa.
You remember the Got Milk commercials that used to be like they had the milk mustache?
Yeah.
It was that time frame.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I'm gonna keep going.
Please
Let's do it.
What present-day item accidentally appeared in an episode of Game of Thrones?
A Starbucks coffee.
Yes.
Wow.
Good job.
Nice.
Number
Nate.
2 for Nate.
Yes! I beat my score from last week already.
Now, what the listeners at home
50.
don't know is Aimee actually texted him all the answers and he can't remember them. So
She
this
texted
is-
me all the answer. I just can't read them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just text you
Here we go.
pictures.
What hairstyle is known as business in the front and
Mullet.
Oh, man.
If you don't let me finish every time.
You have to let her finish the question.
Yeah.
Is that a rule?
Zachary.
Yes, it is. You did get it right.
Is it a rule to
but-
let you finish? 'Cause
I don't
We
know.
never said
I
that.
don't know.
Let's,
No.
we
I'll
never
do
said
it.
that.
You
Let's
want me
make
to
it
do
a
that?
rule now. Yeah.
But
Okay.
it's
We
just
got
so
it.
everybody can hear it. Business in
right.
the front and party in the back, and it is a mullet.
Well, great. I
Um,
kind of think Jimmy should do that haircut.
No.
Oh no.
You let him have a mustache. You can't do a mullet?
No. Okay. What year did Facebook first launch?
2000.
2009.
Wrong and wrong.
2002.
No,
2003.
2007.
2005. 2006. 2001. 2002. 99. 98.
1990.
96. 97.
Still haven't said it.
2006.
99. 2000. 2001. 2002. 2003. 2004.
I think I'm going to say nobody gets it.
All right, go ahead.
It was 2004.
I said 2004.
I never heard that. I kept
right.
hearing you say go up to 2003, and then you started going back down.
That probably happened. Go ahead.
I don't. Yeah. I was going to say 99.
What was the last name of the family of villains in the movie The Goonies?
Capriellis or
Fratellis.
Fratellis.
Yes.
That's what it was.
Nice, Jimmy.
I'm
I
really,
had no idea.
yeah.
I
I
had no
just watched that movie like last month.
Well, considering it's my favorite movie, I had to
Yeah.
put something
We have a
in.
banner in the
Nice.
Iron Fortress Gym, 4250 East Broadway, Suite 860, Columbia, Missouri, 65201.
Yeah. Okay. What singer produced such a high demand for concert ticket sales that Ticketmaster website temporarily shut down?
Taylor Swift.
That is the correct answer. I don't know who got it first.
Give it to Jimbo.
Thanks.
Man, you guys said that almost at the exact same time.
Current
'cause I had to wait.
Current score is Zach has 9, Jimmy has 6, and Nate has 2.
What are we going to?
We only have 3 more questions.
Okay.
So, Nate, you can't win.
That's all right.
But if you get them all, I win. So that's cool for both of us.
Who was
great
the
for me.
first man to walk on the moon and in which year?
Neil
Buzz Aldrin?
Armstrong. It was Neil Armstrong, and it was 1969.
Okay, yes.
Nice.
Oh, well.
Nice.
Lost my chance at the championship.
Was that it right there?
Yeah.
Oh.
Sealed the deal.
Mathematically, but go ahead.
What is the art of paper folding known as?
Paper.
Origami.
Yes.
Hey, slash and burn. I don't want you to get any more points.
Okay.
It's slash and burn time.
Final question. In the TV series Stranger Things, what is the name of the parallel dimension?
The upside down.
Yes.
Nice.
Okay, so final scores.
Nice.
Zach had 12, Jimmy had 6, and Nate has 2.
Didn't I have 12 last time?
I don't. It's
I
on
think
my-
you did.
It's on my little paper.
12,
down
7, and 1 last time.
Nice.
So Nate took one of mine away.
Look, I'm going to keep climbing next week. It's going to be 3. All right, so we're going to move into current events. Current events this weekend, there's a lot happening. There's a lot going on in the world. In the local lifting world this weekend is Static Monsters, one of them, one of the Static Monsters, because they do it online, too. They do online submissions and stuff, but
Oh,
also
really?
local competitions.
Did they
yeah.
do that pre-COVID? There's so many, like...
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Maybe CrossFit started that trend because they have just so many athletes that they do it, like, essentially remotely to qualify for stuff. but I don't really remember it pre-COVID. But now it feels like
See, I feel like they've been doing it for a long time because they're
it's a good idea.
Yeah, it is great because then people can. Well, because I think that you can have a sanctioned Static Monsters event, like at your gym or wherever you want to put one on, and then your numbers get submitted like worldwide. It's like the qualifier for OSG.
Yeah,
You know how you
or
can
the,
just
or
submit.
the Shaw Classic.
Yeah, the Shaw Classic. You know,
I think the big benefit. This is me shooting from the hip. I don't know anything about this, but I know with like the Shaw Classic and OSG and crap, if you're doing it at your own local gym, you've got to like on camera take everything apart and like especially if it's not, you know, a Rogue log or a Titan log, like it's a homemade log. You've got to like weigh everything in real time.
Yeah.
So if you're doing a sanctioned event, I would imagine
Yeah.
it's one way in for all the people.
yeah.
So
yeah,
I can see that being a big benefit.
Yeah, we've got people from here competing in
Who's competing?
a couple of different Static Monsters. We've got one of my clients, Rob. It's his first competition ever.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and he just because some of the gang.
That's a cool first one.
Yeah, it is. So he's competing, and then we got Randy's going. And he
Randy's
kind
gonna make waves, man.
Yeah, Randy's gonna kill it. He dropped to I think he's gonna drop to lightweight, which is insane.
Wow.
I think it's like 180.
Wow.
He's gonna try to. So the events are.
Hold on, 180. I think at his heaviest he was over 3, wasn't he?
Yeah.
He's down 100 pounds like right now.
Yeah, and then
He is a workhorse.
Yeah, he is. We got other people we know too. Some people from that are just like gym homies that are from GP Athletics.
Yeah.
Samuel.
Sam Trace is there.
Our sister gym.
Eric. Well, I said, yeah, Eric's there.
I don't know if I know Eric.
Yeah, they. I took some pictures with them. They came down. They've trained like 2 or 3 times here because they were working in town.
Did they come to train the yoke?
Yeah, they came here. Well, they were just training events
Oh,
for Static
got it.
Monsters. Yeah, because they were here working. I think they were working on the hospital maybe.
So I want to take just a second to kind of talk. This is probably ironic coming from the negative guy, but I want to talk up Randy specifically. He's just maybe just because he goes to our gym, but like also because he's one of my favorite types of strongmen. I want to point people out like this periodically, but Randy comes in here from like a 12-hour shift overnight.
He works overnight. Yeah.
And just walks in here, drinks his pre-workout, and gets work in. I think that's like always been my favorite kind of athlete. Like nothing against like doing it professionally, and that's what you do for an 8-hour job, where
Right.
you sit at a desk like me and you're not dealing with the same struggles. But there's something cool about like, I got 12,000 steps in, 20,000 steps in last night, and
Yeah.
I got to go take an 800-pound
Yeah.
trap bar deadlift. or
One
whatever.
of my favorite notable things about Randy is that he's coming because he's rolling the suitcase.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's just rolling towards the back, and it's just full of all of his gear, which is like a true, strongman 9
Yeah.
belts
It's a veteran
for
move there.
different shoes. Yeah.
What are the events at Static Monsters?
So they've got max 18-inch deadlift on an axle, and then there's
on an axle. Ooh.
yeah, and then there's max log, and then I think
One
that's
rep max log.
Is that
Yeah.
a super yoke?
well, yeah. So this is the difference in what happens is some of them. That's Static Monsters is 18-inch deadlift and log,
Mm-hmm.
and that's it. That's really all that I think it goes for, like the main qualifying
Yeah.
thing. But then certain competitions, like the one that they're going to, which is at the Outback Gym in Melbourne, Arkansas. Sal. Is that how you have to say it?
Arkansas.
The Outback Gym in Melbourne. That's cool.
Isn't
That's
that
a cool
dope?
name.
I think that's super dope. Yeah, they shared our post. I mentioned them on Facebook. Instagram, who's competing this weekend, and they shared our post. But their competitions will add in other events, so that way that they can make it a national qualifier for USS Nationals. So this one that they're going to has I guess you'd call it super yoke. It's like crazy heavy for I think like 10 or 15 feet, and then they're doing a Conan's wheel, and then a sandbag toss. But it's like strongman cornhole.
Oh, that's cool.
So they're doing like you got to throw it back behind you and get it in the big tractor tire.
That sounds like it would be a fun. Like,
That would be a
strongman
cool event. That would be cool. Yeah.
It's more of a game than a
Yeah. It's just
competition.
like a fun event to like end out the day. Pretty cool. I think that's a fun thing to have there towards the end of them.
Fun twist.
Fun
Who
twist.
owns Static Monsters? Like what
It's USS. I
it's
think.
s-
Yeah.
So Willie Wessels.
I think so.
Okay.
I think. Well,
Or is it him and
kinda
someone
don't- I
else?
kind of don't know the dynamic of it. I don't know if Static Monsters is its own thing, and then like USS is like
Sanctuary.
intertwined.
I feel like Stack Monsters is its own entity, and it's probably just closely related to it because it's like OSG and Strongman Core.
there
I
are big,
feel like
there are big names that have some of the records. Like Pena, Gabe Pena has the 18-inch deadlift. He hit like 1,000 at like 275.
So for people listening that don't kind of understand what we're talking about, strongman exists differently than like other sports or pro sports. Like in the NFL is the only governing body of the NFL. There's a couple different places you can compete in strongman, and it's really exploded in the last couple of years. So it used to be, I think long ago it was one federation, then it was two for a very long time.
Yeah.
And that's still probably the only federations, but now there's these like
So
offshoots
Like,
and their
yeah.
own thing, and so it's
Yeah.
it's a cool time to be a strong. There's more shows than there's ever been, I think.
Oh yeah, and different variations of different.
And maybe that's because of we were all cooped up for 2 years, not really competing
Right.
because of COVID, and maybe this is like
Yeah.
catching up or whatever. But I think this is here to stay.
I just went to their website to see like Static Monsters, and it's there's a thing written on there like about us, and at the bottom
About us?
it's written about or it's written by
That's crazy.
Chad Croft. So I didn't know if I've never heard that name. I didn't know if that was.
I think that's why I think it's its own thing.
because the people who own OSG, we didn't know who they were, and they're just a married couple, and I think they're either out of North or South Carolina.
Yeah, see, I think it's its own, thing that kind of then gets like, intertwined with one of the sanctioning bodies, because then it kind of pulls in, more people. Because I don't know, like, it's like for bigger competitions, I think it might be like Giants Live, where, I don't know that anybody's really involved with, like, I think that just is its own thing, and it's one of the ways that, you get your name out there if you got a giant deadlift or whatever it is, and then it pulls you into like World's Strongest Man and whatnot. But
Okay.
yeah, interesting.
Well, those pro shows, like from what I've seen, whether you go pro in this federation or that, a lot of them are just invitation only, like
Yeah.
at the big time. So
Yeah.
I think once you get to that stage, you're just one of them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I guess
On
technically.
the pro ranks, I meant.
Yeah, I guess technically too that this probably by the time this episode drops, it'll already have passed. So it'll technically be last weekend, right?
Well, that's on you a little bit.
That's
You know what I mean?
That's true. The other night I was training with one of my clients, and they brought up something to me, which was that Panera's got a lot. We drink a lot of caffeine, so this like popped up on my radar. But Panera has a lawsuit out there for one of their drinks, but I don't know which one it was.
It's
Charged lemonade.
It's the charged lemonade.
Oh,
So
gosh.
I can't remember how much caffeine was in it, but I came across it somehow, and I saw it on there, and I immediately thought of like how many times have we sat there and drank a gram of caffeine?
So in that article that I just found, it has 390 milligrams of caffeine.
Dang. What's the ounces?
I haven't gotten that far yet.
I'm into that.
I think
would
the way
drink one
that
of
they
those
have
on
it
the
set
way to
up,
the gym.
it's like you would get your cup from up front, and you would go and fill it up. So I think it's like it could be a 32-ounce cup.
The thing that really caught me about this was that my client was like, "There's an insane amount of caffeine in there." She was like, "There's an insane amount," and I was like, "Oh wow, what are we talking?" And she was like, "I think she said 350,"
Yeah.
and I was like, "Yeah, that's a lot at one time." And then in the back of my mind, I was thinking, "That's Zach drinks that before he goes to bed at night."
So according to Panera's website, the caffeine contents of their charged lemonade ranges from 260 milligrams in a regular size to 390 milligrams in the large 30-ounce size.
So before I get like too crazy on this, what was the scenario? Did somebody die?
Yeah.
So this young girl, college kid,
Dang.
she had a pre-existing heart condition, which she knew about it, and so she tried to stay away from caffeine. And she had one of their charged lemonades, not knowing that it had a significant amount of caffeine in it.
The only saving grace there is like unless it's like hot day and you're super parched, it's
She
gonna
had
take
long QT syndrome type 1.
man.
Whoa.
Quick trip. The only thing is like
exactly
unless
what I
you're
was-
super dehydrated and thirsty, it's gonna take you a minute to polish off 30. The normal person to polish off 30 ounces of something. That's quite a bit. But because of the half life or whatever, you're just going to be up all day on caffeine. You're just constantly replenishing for hours.
Well, especially someone who's avoiding caffeine intentionally is like all of a sudden they have
I mean
almost half a gram.
that is a lot for the average person. My scale on that is all jacked up. So I mean,
well, and she didn't. It wasn't like she drank this while she was at the store. However she drank it, but she didn't pass away until like it was later that day. Like she had it, and then it was however many hours later.
Okay, I'm going to say something, and I don't. I'm not talking. I'm not trying to be whatever. Okay, like this is.
Yeah.
But I will say it gets tricky because I understand that there needs to be, accountability and all of these things. But if I was in the drive-thru and something was called Charge lemonade, I'd be like, it might not be regular lemonade.
With that,
that's a good point.
With that said, for a fast food place, that's a ridiculous amount.
Yeah,
I
but
mean, think about a 30 ounce. What did we say? 300, 350? How much is in the big one?
Hang on, I have to.
Well, it
I
does.
think 390.
Okay, so every ounce.
390.
Is an ounce a drink? Are you taking less than an ounce per drink? Let's say you take an ounce per pull. That's like half a cup of coffee.
Yeah.
In every drink. Do you know what I mean? If I'm doing my math right, like 30 ounces divided by 30.
Well, I kind of wonder what's in like the normal size, like from Burger King of Mountain Dew. You know what I mean? A lot.
The next most, under 100. Got to be under 100.
Oh, I don't think so. I
So,
think
like,
it's way over that.
A dark roast
I think it's
coffee
way over that.
has like 161 milligrams in a small cup, and like 268 in a large cup, which is 20 fluid ounces. So if she had a 30,
ounces.
and she was at 390.
20 ounces is you're saying a 20 ounce coffee is 100?
That 20 fluid ounces, like they're saying,
That's
is
a big coffee.
But I will say for somebody that when you're like, I can't have this much caffeine, it could cost me my life.
True.
You should be.
I also really wonder, and we don't know, we have no idea because obviously we aren't privy to all of this information, but
Right.
I know that just me, after I take a little bit of pre-workout or I start having a little bit too much caffeine, I feel it. So for somebody who stays away from it and doesn't drink it, even if you knew if it was charged lemonade with caffeine or not, after having I think even 4 sips of it, 5 sips, I think you're going to start to feel that flutter.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
this isn't, and
Well,
do you continue or not?
And I don't know if anybody said this because I'm having some ADHD problems right now, but if you have no caffeine on a regular basis, your sensitivity is
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
That's
bananas.
that's what I'm
For sure.
saying.
Yeah.
So this says, looks like, I don't know if this is reputable or not, but Google says 290 calorie bottle, which is a 20 fluid ounce Mountain Dew, is 91 milligrams.
Okay.
So like a big one, you were right, it's going to be over 100, but
Yeah, not much though.
well, let's say, so that's easy math, I guess. That'd be like 135 in a 30 ounce,
Yeah.
and a little bit more for a 32.
I was thinking it was like in the 200s because there's
so that's over double
yeah,
for the same size.
yeah,
That's so much.
that's a lot.
It's so much that I want it, and it's probably off the market now.
Probably.
Yeah. See, that's what I was saying. What's kind of crazy is that I would drive through
I
there
went to-
intentionally looking for it.
I
and
was
be like,
going to
this is
say,
going to be
I
sick.
thought it was
and
still
then-
there 6 weeks ago because I've been to Panera.
Well, and they may not have to take it off the market, but maybe just put a notice on the cup or something. But
Yeah.
honestly,
Well, so,
I say that. I don't think I would, because 30 ounces is just a lot.
I feel like that would make your head hurt.
So
Yeah,
I looked to see what kind of. So if she went through drive-through, I could see where it could be missed. But if you go into the store, the way that the one picture that I found of the container it was in on how you get it is it says on there caffeine. It was easy for me to read in the picture this has
They
caffeine in
do
it.
still sell their charged drinks.
Yeah, I was going to probably until I
So
guess
there's a
depending on
blood
the court case,
orange
so.
charged splash, strawberry lemonade mint charged lemonade, a mango yuzu citrus charged lemonade.
That strawberry mint sounds so good.
It's good to know, though, because, I mean, if I go to Panera with my daughter, and she wants the lemonade,
Yeah.
She can't have it.
you know what I mean? The charged lemonade, I
Yeah.
guess. I never would have considered that.
Yeah, it's very. It sounds like they got these refreshing flavors too, where there's
Also
a lot of basic college girls that are going to go through and
Yeah.
be like, dude, I want to go through Starbucks and get a refresher, but then they do Panera instead.
It's like, I'll get a charged
I'll get a
lemonade.
refresher.
Yeah.
And then they do like a large one.
But
and they
also,
don't
like,
realize-
I could also see how charged could be thought of as like something that's like a little bit more sour, I think.
Sure.
Like it has a little bit more
I-
bite
Oh,
to
yeah.
it.
I don't
I hadn't
think
thought
of
of that,
charged
yeah.
in that way. I think of charged as it's giving you energy.
Yeah, see, when I hear charge, that's what I think of. I hadn't thought about it from that angle where it's
But
like
kind of a callback to the Mom Water episode, to Amy's question about things being dangerous. The thing with coffee and caffeination is like you're not really going to chug that. I mean, if you load it down with pumpkin spice and stuff, like it's way more palatable, but you're going to sip on that. But a lemonade that's super sugary,
Well,
you're going to pound that. If you
and
want
also,
to.
how many people drink water, like at the same time as they're drinking that other drink? Because like for me,
Sure.
once
Yeah.
I start to get a caffeine headache, I know you need more water. You need more water.
yeah,
That's super unfortunate. Anytime somebody dies, I mean, I don't know. Not to get too much of a bummer, but like it should bum us out. You know what I mean? That's awful. That's awful. But you know, thoughts and prayers to her family. That sucks.
Yeah.
But maybe that's just a good call out. Like, you know, this day and age, be diligent. Like, know what you're drinking. Look at labels. Who knows what's in it? You know.
What were those? We've talked about this before at the gym. Like, was it Four Locos, or there was something that came out and it kind of got like
It's Four
significantly harder to get when we were younger.
Yeah, we talked about it. I mean, I don't remember if we talked about it on the podcast or not, but yeah, this Four Locos had caffeine and like
And
a
alcohol?
high alcohol content. Yeah,
Yeah.
Well,
it's like 14%.
It was very high, yeah. But I think the issue with that is, if I'm not mistaken, is more about the ratio, because you have an upper and a downer, and they counteract, and then all of a sudden, you know, you metabolize that stimulant quicker, so you're just really drunk and
Yeah.
didn't know it the whole time. You know.
Yeah, I had at a bachelor party, I had a Four Loko, like one of the tall boys, and it was blue raspberry flavored. And I don't think it had. It was recently, so I don't think it has caffeine in it anymore, right? But it tasted exactly like the original flavor of Bang.
Yeah.
Um,
So I think it still has caffeine and alcohol. I think they just had to.
Lower
I may
it a
be
lot.
wrong. I may be wrong. But that's what they do for everything. You remember Jack 3D?
oh gosh,
You remember what was the other one? There was another one out there that was
I don't, you know, they never came out. I've never done the research to see what was actually in the original ingredients, but I wouldn't be surprised if that legitimately actually had ephedrine in it.
Yeah.
Those years, because that was, what was that, early 2000s?
yeah.
So
There was another one, and I can't remember what it is, but anecdotally it was like it was a pill with 120 milligrams of something, and they had to go back to the drawing board, and they cut the serving in half. So then like one pill was like 60, so people just took two.
yeah.
You know, so it's
No, the amount has raised. Like, 'cause if you know, we've been in the lifting game a long time, and so caffeine comes with that the whole time. And back in the day, when we started finding 200s and 250s, we were like, "Oh my goodness!"
Yeah.
And because before it was like 100 and 160, and now, Rain, Bang, like the minimum is 300
Yeah.
for a lot of them, and so the bar keeps definitely raising, like as the years go on, like of what that threshold is.
It's also kind of nuts what the lethal amount of caffeine is. It's so high.
It is, yeah.
Like you will die before you hit the lethal dose, I'm pretty sure.
The
'Cause
barbell
it's-
medicine guys talk about that.
It's like grams and grams.
Yeah.
But there was, I've told Nate this story a long time ago. When I was in college, I'll make this snappy. When I was in college, there was a bunch of guys who would take tons of caffeine before a football game. And they would take, do you all remember NO Explode? It was like one of the first supplements out there, like pre-workouts.
I wasn't in the lifting game at that point.
You
Jimmy
were
was
junior
5
high
years
then.
old.
Really
Yeah.
cool packaging. It was like all like bright red.
Yeah.
And the cap was silver.
It was cool. They would take, so you'd take like a scoop of it. They would take 3 scoops and mix it with 5-hour energies. And I remember they would take at half.
That's a problem.
Sometimes before the game, sometimes after, or both. Or I'm sorry, before the game or halftime. They would take no dose. You know, no dose is just caffeine pills. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that one of the guys I played with, it like shut his kidneys down one game, and he had to go to the hospital. And it's a whole thing. But you know, on the flip side, this got kind of morbid, but caffeine's amazing if used properly. But if you are finding yourself pushing the limits of caffeine, I would invite you to consider, you know, kind of a caffeine fast for a while. Reset that tolerance, because you know, caffeine's amazing, like I said, but if you lay off of it for a while, maybe now those white monsters with 170 milligrams actually affect you again. And instead of having to keep pushing the envelope, you can get back to a baseline there. But anyway, that's my 2 cents.
Yeah, I like it.
Consult a physician.
So we can end on a more of a positive note. If you were going to give your younger self, your younger you, advice, or another person advice, what would that one piece of advice be?
How old are we talking? I hate to get down the weeds.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter, and everybody can give their own.
Outside of like invest in Bitcoin and all those cheating ones.
Oh man, yeah, I didn't.
I think I would try to add some perspective. The wisdom comes with age. I think some perspective I would give myself is like, just do something now, and in a very short time. Like, it takes a very short amount of work to be better than most people at something, be it through research or you're learning, or if it's we talk about fitness a lot. Start early. Don't get bogged down with perfection. Like, just make progress at it, because that time is going to pass either way. From 20 to 30 is going to happen for you. So you might as well be making, even if it's just small incremental, amounts of progress. That's very vague and very broad, but
it works.
Start now, and whatever it is, you have a long life to become an expert at it. When I was younger, I wanted to be an expert at it now. I got bogged down with that, and then I never did anything. Not that I didn't do things, but whatever that thing is, just start it. Just start it now. Don't be perfect
That's
at
great
it.
I think
advice.
that's almost the exact same thing I was going to say. My thing would be, if you have something you want to do it. And because as you get older, you're not going to have, your parents still care about you and they're still going to cheer you on, but you don't have those same people that are really encouraging you. You are your own cheerleader.
Yeah.
And I know for me, I have to write things down. Like, that's a really big thing. Like, once I know I want to do something, I start writing it down. And I don't wait. Like, it's not going to be the first of the month or the next Monday. Like, you have to start tomorrow. And that's like the starting point.
Yeah.
I think something you and I can bond on too, and we can make excuses for why we didn't do what we didn't do, but you're also talking about a time where, like, ChatGPT exists, the internet is readily available. Like, imagine when we were younger, if we wanted to learn like the violin, you have to go pay someone to teach you the
I actually learned how to play the violin.
Did you really?
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh.
I did that.
Of course you
Do you
did.
still know?
I can't play a song because I haven't played in many years. My mom says that I was really good, but I don't
That's
believe
awesome.
her. Mhm.
That's weird that I brought that example, but I mean, I guess my point is, there's so many free resources out there. Just start somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really good, because there's also a very strong, like, cultural thing about being older and doing anything.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like you hear that a lot, and then there is that element still where you hear people say, like, the guy that started Starbucks did it at 40 or whatever. But a lot of the times people will say, like, if you're 40 and up or whatever, you're on the back nine for if
Right.
you're going to start some business adventure or whatever it is.
Yeah.
But just do it. Like, just that, because that's the barrier for most people.
Yeah.
It's the fear of the unknown, and what if I do this, what will happen, right? But a lot of the times, as you get into something, things will take their own path, things will take their own shape, and it may turn into something even different than you originally started,
Yeah.
but it's still something that is really fulfilling and you're happy with, right?
Yeah.
But you just got to do it. That's what stops the majority of people from doing it, is just starting and doing it.
And I think I have 2 points on that. One is, I think it's really interesting. This is just anecdotal. I don't know if this is true, but I feel like if you ask somebody what their, like, what's your dream business? Everyone wants to own their own business, or, for instance, they would have like 90% of their ideas. Like I would do this, then I would do this, then I would do this. And none of them know how to take the first step.
Right.
Because the first step's the most terrifying one.
Right.
Because it also opens you up to ridicule.
Oh, yeah.
Because you don't fail if you never try.
Oh, yeah.
It's also like when people decide to go back to school. There are so many people that want to go back to school, and they're like, I just can't do it. I just can't do it. I just
Right.
can't. And then once you start, like, you take that first step, you know that there is an end in sight. So we're talking 2 years. You can do anything for 2 years.
Right.
Me and Nate were talking about that a lot, was just like setting the goal allows you to know, like, how much discomfort you're in for. The analogy I always use is if I tell you to run till you puke, it might be a mile. If I tell you to run 2 miles, you'll be fine. You know what I mean? Because
the end. There's an end in sight.
Yeah.
And you just got to get to that point. Yeah.
The other point that came to mind on your point, Nate, of people starting late in life. I've given this so much thought, and everybody's walk of life is different, but I feel like our parents and our grandparents were of an age and of a culture where, like, you got a job when you were 18, you worked your way up, and you worked with that company for 40 years or something.
Right.
And to leave that job was a little bit unheard of. Whereas our generation and the younger ones like Jimmy, they're going to be, you may see like 3 or 4 career changes, like legit career changes.
Yeah.
Embrace that.
Yeah.
That's just the reality of it now.
Yeah.
You can lament about like not being able to, support your family, on a part-time shifts at the hardware store anymore. Yeah, that sucks. I wish we could, but we can't.
Yeah.
So what are the actionable goals?
Yeah. One thing that I think I would definitely do is, I started getting into like general fitness and all of that kind of stuff pretty early, like 16, 17. But I really wish that I would have gotten into like actual like strength training.
Yeah.
Way earlier.
But again, that's also like what you had available to you.
For sure, yeah, and your journey is your journey, so it's like it is what it is, and everything has turned out fine. But I think that is something that, and this is of course just my opinion, but I think everybody should do it. It doesn't have to look the same for everybody, and if you have kids, to get them started in it too, because there's so much to be learned from the goal setting, the discipline, the discomfort, the overcoming just reoccurring failures in your lifting, journey.
The fail forward.
Yeah, the fail forward. And I think it's something that's just good for everyone, especially now where, a lot of athletics and that kind of stuff it's kind of on the back burner anyway.
Yeah.
And a lot more, and there can be a lot of talk on who it's good for or better for, but I think in my case specifically, being a young man with a lot of anger and anxiety, it's like you can put that into something positive, and it can look that way. And I did start that later on, but it came from a different place. It didn't come from this like, all right, let's start building and getting to this activity. It was something I just stumbled upon because I wanted to lose weight.
I also think I think about this a ton, and I think it bears mentioning. Being human and being comfortable is like a new phenomenon.
Yeah.
Like through most of human existence, people weren't comfortable all the time. And I think there's something, I think there's something underlying with strength training. Like I think there's something good for your soul. I know that's very woohoo of me, but I think there's something good for your soul for like struggling through something and to be trying to achieve something, having something you're working toward. You have an hour a day, 3 days a week, whatever it is, where like you have a controlled environment, but you're putting you're not that comfortable.
Right.
You're out of your comfort zone.
Yeah.
I don't know. We like comfort as humans, so that's no shade on anybody. I get hot, I turn a fan on. I have a fan on me right now, so I can't really say much.
Right
but
now too. I'm gonna turn it off.
Make
There's
yourself,
no fans on us though.
Yeah, me and Jimmy don't.
Yeah, you guys are hard.
You
guys are real warriors.
Rock
You
hard.
guys only have 2-digit % body fat, though.
That's true.
Eh,
Jimmy,
I don't think so.
Jimmy, what would be yours?
You don't think you have 2-digit % body fat? That could be.
Are you saying we're triple?
Yeah, that was the joke that nobody understood.
I missed that. I'm sorry. I was thinking about asking
I
Jimmy
missed
about
it too.
what his was,
Oh, mine?
because we've all kind of said one.
It's
But
pretty simple. Don't get a psychology degree.
oh, okay,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
yeah.
I feel like I'm appreciative of like my experience in college, and I think that led me to be the person that I am. I just feel like you can't go into that degree with an expectation that you're going to use it if you're not going to pursue in higher education.
Right.
And I think now I've kind of like pivoted, and maybe this is like kind of piggybacking on this, but like I realized probably my junior year that I didn't want to do anything with psychology, but instead, like I was like, I'm going to finish, I'm going to get this, I'm going to mark off the task,
Yeah.
and I'm not going to pivot, and I'm just going to go with this instead of switching my major to something else like in finance or something more practical.
In the same thing, it's like hindsight. It's 2020, right? I mean, I have the same thoughts with some of the like education things that I picked, but it's I mean, it is. It's like it happened the way it is, but it's tough to know at that age. You had what you had, you know, and it was like you're going to start there, but it is crazy because a lot of people are doing that now, where it's like and that I think it's people are moving away from that also at the same time, but people are like, I've got to go to college, get whatever degree will be the smart choice, and then when they come out the other side, they realize like, oh, okay, like I'm not even using it, or I can't use it. You know.
I want to add. Can I do one more? It's very short.
Sure.
Yeah.
Having support in life is amazing, and the people that don't have like a support system, that can be a real problem. So don't take this for granted. But if you're a young man, you're a young person, whatever, have people in your life that will call you on your bull crap. Have people in your life that aren't just going to applaud at everything you do. Have people in your life who, if you're getting the psychology degree, if you're doing, whatever the thing is, and support's awesome, but have the people that are close enough to you that can look you in the eye and say, hey, I think you're wrong.
Yeah.
But like still love you.
Yeah.
Like not in a bullying way, not in a jerk way, but craft a support system around you that's going to help you and you're going to help them.
That's good.
And then that's my last one.
That's good. That's
Okay.
really good. I like it. We really appreciate everybody who's been with us and listening, and we've been getting a lot of good feedback, so that's very nice. Please follow us and comment and subscribe and ring the bells. And what else am I missing? We're only on YouTube and Spotify right now, but I'm working on getting us on Apple Podcasts and some other things. So
take your vitamins.
yeah, take your vitamins.
Drink lots of water. Get your sleep.
Lots
Stay
of water.
hydrated.
Yeah.
That's a good topic for future episodes. But this is that time of year it's going to be hard to drink water because you're not hot and sweaty.
Oh, good point.
Can mess around, get dehydrated.
Get that water in.
Dehydrated.
Get that water in. I've been
High
bad
quality
about that too right
H2O.
now, actually, now that you say that. My water's gone way down.
I'm telling you, it's why. It's that time of year.
It's crazy.
All right, over and out. We love you.
Thanks,
Well,
everybody.
crocodile.
Bye.
Bye.